Hello, this is the Influence Podcast, and I am Joy Ogbeide. Today, I have with me Erica Aboloko, popularly known as Erica Queenie. She is a final year student of Human Anatomy at Brusali University, Edo State, Nigeria. She's an award-winning podcaster of My Thoughts Exactly with Erica Queenie, author of the book Diary of a Teenager, which I would recommend to every teenager, every parent, and every aspiring parent. Link to purchase is in the description. She's a compere, red carpet host, and passionate about anything media or press related. She happens to be the media aide to the SUG president of Brusali University. She is the team lead of Boss Thrills, a call and gifting service company dedicated to spreading love thrills and positive vibes across the globe. She's passionate about putting smiles on people's faces and creating as well as maintaining positive and admirable relationships. So let's get right into the podcast. Hello, Erica. Welcome to the Influence Podcast. It's so great to have you here.
It's so nice to have you. Thank you for inviting me. I feel so honored. Like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It's nice doing this with you. Like, I can't even wait for the whole experience. I'm already excited, super excited.
Oh my gosh. Good to have you here once again. So you listening, welcome to the Influence Podcast. I have here with me Erica, and we're going to be talking about cyberbullying, internet trolling. We're going to be concentrating on the internet trolling part of cyberbullying. So, cyberbullying, according to Wikipedia, is also a cyber harassment. It's a form of bullying or harassment using electronic means, also known as online bullying.
Yes.
Okay. So today we're going to be looking at the examples, effects, and response to internet trolling. So, I think there are a few examples that we know about. Imagine leaving a bad comment on somebody's picture. In your mind, you are telling the person the truth, even if it's what you are saying there. You don't have to state
They're being real.
In their mind, though.
They're being real.
I mentioned in my previous podcast that when you see some things online, you just have to pause first. Like, just pause. Think, would a comment be worth it right now? Do I have to leave a comment? And I think Facebook actually helps me in this stuff, because I know if I leave a comment, they will go and inform somebody that has nothing to do with the situation I commented on something. It's really weird, so I just try not to. So Erica, give us examples if you've seen examples of internet trolling that maybe you might have witnessed or you've been a victim of it at a point.
So let me use the very popular one. I'm sure most of us listen to Banky W and Susu's testimony. The part that hit me was where Adeswa said for the 3 years where she was waiting for a child, there was no day that she did not get trolled on the internet. Like, they were always saying, when will you give birth? If she posts a picture, there's always somebody commenting about her stomach still being flat. There's always, why are you not adding weight? It's been 3 years already. Like, those kind of talk. And I'm like, do all these people not have anything meaningful to do with their life? You'd even find out that some people just create fake accounts. They just create fake accounts to troll people.
Yes.
I feel like they derive joy in it, because I don't see why anybody would just create an account to just go online and troll people for no just reason.
And I get to notice that people who spend time like wanting to leave all those bad comments, they are not actually happy in their own lives. Their own lives are not perfect. I mean, no one has it all together. But some persons have so much negativity in their lives that they are looking for the next person to pass
To
it
just
to.
transfer it. True.
You understand? You can only give what you have. Scripture says, a good man out of the good treasures of his heart brings forth good things. So it is what you have in you that you are definitely going to give out. If you are a peace-loving person and you know the effect of words, yes, you know that words can affect a person. Even you might feel that this person is a celebrity, they have a million comments, they are not going to see yours. They just might see it, and it can affect their mood for the rest of the day. You know how we get to feel when somebody says something bad to us. You know how it makes you feel when somebody even says something good to you, like compliment you randomly. You know how you get to feel for the rest of the day, and you know the opposite feeling. So
and words are not really something that you can take back. Once you've said it stays for life. For life.
Some people are still trying to heal from the words that were said to them. You know, it's that serious. So this will bring us to the effect of internet trolling, effect of cyberbullying. So which ones have you seen? Like, which common effects have you seen of internet trolling?
Okay, so let me use myself as an example. I feel this is the first time I would be sharing my whole the whole internet trolling, how it got to me, how it affected me, how I survived it. I feel like I'm still coming out of it to an extent. I feel like I'm not fully come out of it, but I'm not where I used to be. Let me use that word.
I need to give you a hug. Come here.
I can feel it from here. Okay, so you've seen me before, and I don't know if you've noticed these birthmarks on my skin. People used to say vitiligo. That's the medical term they call it. But I was born like that. Like anybody that sees the marks on my skin will always be like, what's this? Blah blah blah, and all those kind of things.
Funny enough, I haven't really noticed it. Like, I think I might have noticed. Is it on your face?
It's everywhere. It's every part of my body, my hand.
It's not obvious. It just looks like it's part of you, kind of. It doesn't look weird to me, though. Well, continue what you're saying.
I think from my primary school to secondary school, even till I entered university, I was always trolled for it. So this particular day, I posted a picture on Facebook, and somebody commented. The person was like, what there's this line the person used, this, you are glowing, skin like milk. Then someone now replied and under that comment, and the person was like, where do you see skin like milk? This is skin like zebra.
Jesus. That's funny and annoying at the same time.
I saw that comment and I'm like, are you like, that kind of wait, wow, skin like zebra of all. The person that went as far as explaining how
the person went into details,
telling the other person. The comment section now turned to like storytelling. Explaining how my skin looks like a zebra skin, that my skin is not the same color, it's uneven. Someone that came and chipped in, better described as a leopard. And I'm seeing all these things, and in my head I'm like, are you people serious right now? I thought these words would not get to me because hard girl now, you would always and I had people that would always talk about my skin. I felt so, I don't want to use the word low self-esteem, but I did not feel beautiful in my own skin. I hated my skin at some point. I'd always go out with a scarf. And my friend would always be like, why do you like carrying scarf around every time? I'll say it's cold, or I'll just look for one excuse in case my menses come up, I'll see something to cover up. But nobody knew that I was always just using this scarf to cover my skin, so people would stop asking me questions. What happened to you? The hot water pour on you when you were small. There's this funny stuff someone used to say. The person said, did your mommy swallow plenty pepper that burnt your skin when you were home? Different rude remarks and all. I'm like, can't you just shut up if you don't have anything to say? I started thinking to myself, my best outfit I'm the kind of person that likes wearing sleeveless. For that period, you always see me on long sleeve, whether the sun is shining to burn anybody's skin or anything. You'd always see me on long sleeve because I do not want any questions. So I kept on living with that. I kept on, like, it was just that for me. I was just on my own. Low self-esteem, social anxiety. Social life was just nothing to write home about, and it's still affecting me till today. I find it very difficult to interact with people in a very large crowd because I'm so used to keeping to myself. I'm still trying to come out of it. So you find out that most people that have gone through this internet trolling, they are psychologically, mentally, and emotionally affected. Sometimes I feel like these things are not getting to them, but in the long run, you see the way they would react to other issues. You would never even know that it's because of this that they are reacting to that. I don't know if you get what the picture I'm trying to.
I understand you.
So these are just the different effects, and it takes really, really long. It takes really long to come out of it, like really, really long. You might feel like you have come out of it, and after a long while, someone just comes and brings another very rude remark
again.
For my case,
they're opening wounds.
True. As at SS2, SS3, I saw someone that had the kind of birthmarks I had. My principal then gave me her own. She noticed that I was going through stuff, so she showed me her own. My own was just on her hand, and she was like, "It's only unique people that has this. It's only beautiful people that has this." You know, she kept saying sweet words. It's only intelligent people that has this, and I was coming out of it. So I entered university again, and you are facing the same thing. So I feel like if you don't get coping mechanisms, it will be difficult to fully come out of the whole effect that internet trolling brings. Because whether you like it or not, there are still people that would never believe that internet trolling is a crime, because it's a crime. They don't see that.
They feel like it's just there, like
you want to catch cruise.
You need to say it as it is. After all, is this person's skin not looking like this? Before I ask any other thing, Erica, I want to tell you that you are beautiful and you are amazing. You are actually one of the most amazing persons I've come across. You have this bubbling personality. You know, you light up every room you enter. I'm not just saying this just because I want to make you feel better, but because it is what it is. I've spent time with you, so I don't really know you fully, but I have seen you. I've seen how you handle things. You know, for someone at your stage, you're doing so well for yourself, and persons in their late 40s and 50s would look at you and say, I wish I was doing this thing at her age. Do you understand? And every other person listening to this, if you have at any point felt insecure, or you have something, maybe a skin condition that makes you feel uncomfortable about yourself, I want you to know that you're beautiful. God loves you. You are amazing. Whatever it is that is on you does not define who you are.
True.
Person is on the inside, and you have to let that person shine. All right?
You're so emotional.
Erica, you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's quickly move to response to internet trolling. What were the ways you developed to deal with them? I think that was the next thing you're going to talk about.
Yes.
It's response to internet trolling.
Okay, for me, I was able to talk about it. I felt like the first day I talked about it, that was when I felt this kind of relief I've never felt in years, like in a long time, because I just been keeping it in, and nobody would just understand. My mom would just be like, why do you like keeping to yourself? Why do you like keeping? You know, everybody's just complaining. Nobody wants to find out why. So I feel like we notice people that keep to themselves, if we notice behavioral changes in people, we should be able to try and talk them out of it. There was somebody, I think it was one of my mentors that just conversation just came up, and for the first time I was able to pour out my heart. This is how I feel about myself. This is how I feel about my body, and that was the first step. From there, I started learning how to ignore internet trolls because we always see comments. I used to be very, very active on Facebook. I would always post. I was managing a community then, so I'd always post and all, but the trolling was getting too much. It was affecting me, and I felt like I'm too young
for
I'm too young to be going through all this kind of emotional stress. I had to take a very long social media break before I would just break down mentally. I had to take everybody's like, why are you not posting? What's going on? You're this, you're that. And I'm like, if I'm not okay, I can't continue with all this.
Yes.
Very, very long social media break. So it's just on my WhatsApp status. And there were people that I had to just let go from my life.
Yes.
You keep talking to these people and letting them know this thing you are saying, it is affecting me, but they don't see it as anything.
Yes.
So if you cannot keep ignoring them, you let them go from your life. Like you shut the door, because you are the one being affected here. It's not affecting them. That's why they will keep running their mouths anytime they see any situation about you. So you talk about, that's the first step. You ignore them. And another very important thing, never retaliate. You just try and be the bigger person.
Yes.
You are not, if they see you replying them, you are bringing yourself to their
down
level.
To their level, exactly.
Them that you are also a troll. And they would see all of you in the same category. So never ever retaliate. You are the bigger person.
Some persons, they feel like you need to give them hot. You have to put people in their place. I know there's actually a place for that anyway. Like when somebody is actually saying something wrong about you, you know that there are persons that will see that comment. Many people are going to see it. You have every right to correct what that person has said. You don't have to be rude about it, because some person can be really naughty and nasty online. You just leave comments. Like I would always say it, once you're coming across any internet post or anything, pause. You don't have to ask yourself, do I need to leave a comment on this thing? Because you might feel like, do you know the thing about persons trolling? They don't think that what they are doing is wrong. You just feel like I'm leaving a comment now, I talk my mind. Then there are some persons that are, for me, advisors. I don't know, advisors or advisors. You want to believe it. Nobody is asking. That's what we call unsolicited advice. Nobody asked you. You don't need to, unless the person is your friend. And even when the person is your friend, you leave your person's inbox, and it's not even everything that you have to talk about. You can just say some things and ignore. There are sometimes that we notice some things about our friends. We don't say anything until they come tell us that, oh, this is something that I'm not comfortable with. But you have noticed since. You just didn't want to bring it up so as not to make them feel uncomfortable. We are in a very sensitive era. Like everybody these days is sensitive. You don't even know what is going to offend somebody the next minute. So the other response that I think to cyberbullying or internet trolling is to block.
No, it's very true. I wrote it down here. Block access.
Delete and block. I mean,
the experience I had in 100 level. Yeah. There was this particular guy that was asking me out. And he was a medicine student too. I think he just even he was already in his clinicals when I was in 100 level. So he was forming this doctor. He would always come and complain about my skin. Should I get you cream? Should I get you this? Even if I get you cream, it will not go away. And I'm like, who is this? Like there's no day we would see, or there's no day he would talk that he's not complaining. He's not saying, what am I doing about it? Do you need drugs? Is it because you're a medicine student or what? At some point, I just have to tell him, you're asking me out and you are body shaming me like this. What will not happen when we start dating? You will just kill me.
Hey,
you will just
Aboloko.
And he was like, he's trying to help my life. Did I tell you that
No, that's not help.
I had to just block him. Access, block instantly because I could not deal with it. And some people you just block everywhere. Block.
Yes, absolutely. You just have everything is important for your peace. Anything that you have to do for you to have peace, except if it's a wrong thing, don't do it. But anything that has to do with your
blocking is not a wrong thing.
Your mental health. There are some person's status that I don't view now because their status they trigger me. You understand? Like their status trigger me. So I don't want to see what you are posting. I will just mute you because there are some persons that at a point we're just cool and everything. Imagine we are having the same value system and all of a sudden you now start doing fraud. You can imagine that kind of thing. I don't want to be judging you. I don't want to see your status and now be thinking, this one not they do ya. I will just mute your status. I don't want to see it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I guess.
I know that nobody is perfect, but there are some things that are totally unacceptable. Some things
for
are
your value system.
Do you understand? So I don't have to align with such things. I don't have to associate with it or allow my eyes to see your flamboyant lifestyle and everything that you're trying to put out. I don't really care. Do you understand? So anything that is necessary for your peace, you just have to do it. Please give us your concluding words for this session.
Okay. In all, I would say we can never, ever, ever get rid of all the internet trolls in the world. Whether you like it or not, people will still run mad on the streets. On the streets of the internet, you will still always see people that will always run mad. So please try as much as possible to have your own coping mechanisms that will help you. That would help you get over all these people. That's just it. Come up with your personal coping mechanisms that would help you, and you are good to go.
Amazing.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Erica.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I will leave you with the finishing words. Please do not be a troll. Before you say anything, check if it's kind. It's not always about the truth. Because you can say the truth in a way that it's going to hurt your neighbor. Always check if the words are kind and ask yourself, is it necessary that I leave this comment? The time that you're using to leave a detailed comment about how bad or how wrong something is or anything, think of a nice thing. Channel that energy to your friend's post on the internet. The person has taken out hours to put out a content. Be detailed about your compliments. I like how you did this thing. The background music was nice. This was beautiful. Be kind. So that brings us to the end of this episode. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Erica, for being here once again.
Thank you so much, Ma, for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I do not take it for granted.
Oh my gosh. In case you want to connect with Erica, she has a podcast. I'll put the link in the description of this podcast, and you can follow Erica on social media. I'll also put her handles there in the description of this podcast. And please do not forget that you can also send us a voice message. The link will be on the description. Join the conversation on Instagram and Facebook. Link in the description. Oh my god, everything is in the description. Please, I want to hear from you. The voice messages, you can actually send a shout out. Imagine we're doing this podcast and in the middle of it or at the end of the podcast, the person that you want to send a shout out to hears that you're sending a shout out to them. You can tell them, listen to the Influence podcast this coming Monday and you heard my shout out to you. Imagine that kind of thing. It's sweet now. You can send in your contributions as well. If anything that you heard or you liked that stuck with you in the process of listening, you can actually send in that. You can actually send questions as well. So I'll be glad to listen. I want you to be involved. It's all of us on the Influence Podcast. I'm not just talking to myself. You're listening too. So I want you to be part of it. So with this, it is bye-bye for now. Thank you. Erica, say bye.
Bye. Thank you. Oh.